This is my honest 6-year review of this NEEWER VND. I have the 67mm. This is one that fits most of my lenses, and so yeah, I've used this. This was maybe my first variable ND that I ever had, and so just to be clear, this is what a variable ND does. It's like sunglasses for your camera, and so this just threads right on here to your camera right here. And so that's what the 67mm means, is basically on the front of your lens you will be able to see what your thread size is. So that's what this is for. So you just thread it right on the front, and then you're able to change your exposure basically without changing your aperture if you want that shallow depth of field, but you're outside, let's say on even a cloudy day, you kind of need that variable ND so that you don't have to mess with your shutter speed or your aperture. And so this basically shows you how it's limiting the light that's going into your lens, essentially is what it is. And this one it works really well. It's very much an entry-level variable ND, but I used it for several years. I'll use it occasionally now. I do have some more higher end ones that I use on professional shoots now, but if you're just exploring, if this is something that you're going to use often, I would always recommend getting kind of a cheaper one like this, seeing how you like it, and then investing in a more expensive one later if it turns out like, oh yeah, this is a really great tool for me to have. It is something that really changes your ability to make different cinematic looks with your footage, just so you can keep that shallow depth of field at like a 2.8 or something, even when you're outside. So this works great. You don't have to change your shutter speed and everything. The one thing that I will say about this one is that you just keep turning it. So some of the other more premium nice ones, I'm just turning all the way to the left here, and there's no like hard stop point. So some of the premium ones have, you turn here, you hit an end point, and then you turn back to open it back up, whereas this one just keeps going. This will be more one where you're gonna have like an X in your footage a little bit when you hit this like darkest cross point. And that's mainly because you just keep turning it instead of turning it and then turning it back. So there are some drawbacks, of course. This is very much a budget option, but I started with this, I shot with this for about a year exclusively before upgrading to the more premium stuff. So I would definitely recommend this in terms of like a budget option. I hope that's helpful.